morning, campers. Happy Monday. And you know what it means? It's Masculine Monday. And as the Monday started, we have a little hiccup. I started recording this reading, and the first part disappeared because, as always, I forgot to clear my storage and there was not enough storage. So I'm going to walk you through the past 10 minutes. I have been mentioning that I was sort of on a fence whether we should do February or love reading for this collective, but I'm feeling into love for this masculine. So maybe you need a love message. Maybe you need a little, re-encouragement. So we said that we would tap into your energy, and then we would do a love message, tap into the energy of your connection, your feminine. Maybe it's been a while since you've been in contact with your feminine. Maybe you're a little bit on a fence. You don't know what's going on. Maybe this is what you need. There's a reason it came to my mind. So let's start from your energy. I already have almost all of the spread on the table, so I will just walk you through it. And then we will continue. Overall, your energy is very, very beautiful. Your first two cards are cups, and beautiful ones. We have Ace of Cups and we have Three of Cups. I was feeling that your energy, it's like you're connecting to, you are connected, not even connecting, you are already connected to your heart space. I was even feeling into your consciousness being on the level of the heart, looking at world from the heart, from really connecting into your emotions, to your feelings, to your vulnerability. There is a sense of self-love, self-appreciation, celebration of life. I've been feeling as I pull these cards, because we do have justice in the middle of your spread, but the first part, like your ruling energy, it's very beautiful. It's like it's almost overflowing with love. So you would feel very emotional right now, but perhaps even first time in your life, you're actually embracing it. You're actually understanding that love is not something that weakens you, but strengthens you. Love and emotions, they're a compass. They're the meaning of life. To feel, to go deeper, to feel your emotions in your whole body and not to avoid them, right? So there's a beautiful energy of sort of a flourishment when we talk about self-love, celebration of self, celebration of your emotion, acknowledging your emotion, which is beautiful. And especially when we talk about divine masculine on a journey, your hearts are locked for so long. And I love highlighting this to you guys and explaining to you the flow of divine feminine and divine masculine energy. Men, masculine energy, they receive through their hearts. The heart is the most vulnerable place. So when your heart is locked, you are locked to receive anything from life, from the universe, from others, from your feminine. So it's truly transformative, such a pivotal moment on a journey of the masculine when your heart is really open. And I feel that for you it wouldn't be new. It would be something that you've been working on for quite a bit, right? So we have this justice, and I parked this for a little bit because in the other part of your spread we have the Hanged Man, which is the Hanged One in this deck, and we have the Lovers. And I was hearing literally surrendering to love, surrendering to the float of love. I feel that you, for the first time in your life, and whether it's something for some of you that literally kicked in days ago, or you've been sitting in this energy for a little moment now, but I feel like for the first time in your life, you're actually liking love. You're actually liking feeling love, feeling in love, loving yourself, feeling the emotion. You're understanding that it doesn't bind, it doesn't shackles, it doesn't chain, it doesn't limit, it liberates. It frees, it set frees, it gives us wings, right? And I was hearing as I pulled this card and I was looking at this card that maybe when you think about your feminine, the energy is quite angelic. Maybe you think of her as a little angel, as your little angel that saved you. Maybe she's very soft, very feminine, very that angelic kind of energy. With this Hanged One, although it is a card of surrendering, but it can carry a bit of an energy of feeling a little bit stuck. So we will clarify, we didn't reach that moment just yet, but I was feeling into that there may be a little bit something that is sort of making you feel kind of a little stuck and maybe still on the fence, maybe not ready to go to drop with certain things in your life. But I was sensing more of a surrendering to that there was your energy is very light right now. It's almost like it's lifted with the emotions, with the wings, with the softness of water, of feelings. It's very uplifted, right? It's very beautiful. And when we move to the second row, you have the World, and I was hearing that you may immediately, that there may be some travel, so maybe it's a detail for some of you that you've actually, went on a bit of a travel. I wasn't hearing something major. It's maybe like a literally couple of days or a weekend kind of a travel. Again, it may be a detail, but it's more of a completion. And we are sitting in the energy of completion. We're in the last full moon of this year, that is a culmination of that shedding sort of a year, not just this year of snake, but the whole 9 years, and we're sort of entering a new cycle, new 9-year cycle. So there is a sense of completion within most people, but I'm sensing in your energy that it's not just a sense of completion because of that, because many of us still sits in this, I know that something has ended, but I don't know what's going to open just yet. It's a bit of a waiting room. It's a bit of an unknown. It's a bit of a discomfort. Whereas for you, for whatever reason, I feel you are leaving behind something. I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back. I am happy. I don't know what's coming, but whatever it's going to be, I know it's going to be better what was, because now my mindset is different. I'm connecting to self, to my heart, to love. It's going to be better. It's like you're already celebrating the completion of what was, because you know that you are releasing a very thick skin, very something that was really limiting, and you would understand this now. We have Eight of Swords on top of that Ace of Cups, and I'm hearing that there is something. I was even trying to use the word blockage, and I was saying blockage is too much. It's like there is a little something in between you and your true self-love, that it's like it's in a corner of your eye. You're not noticing it. It's not like you maybe don't want to see it. It's not like you're denying it, or it's not like it's a blockage, but there's a little something that they're wanting you to notice that is still standing in between. It's like they wanting you to go deeper on a self, deeper on a self-love, deeper on self-discovery, on self-awareness, and on that consciousness, right? Deeper, to really make sure there is nothing blocking your vision right now, your vision towards that that dharma, because you will be connecting to that energy with that justice that we kind of paused on it. So let's return to it, because I was hearing we will be entering eclipse season in a couple of weeks, and that season is always a window of opportunity for us to connect deeper to northern and southern star, our dharma and our karma, where we come from and where we're going, right? I feel you are, with that 9-year cycle, you are releasing a hell of a karma, not just karmic connections, depths, and so on and so forth, but karmic lessons, karmic patterns that you've been repeating, that you've been stuck at, that have been sort of automated. And it's really beautiful. And I feel in your energy that for the first time, I am hearing avoidance. So maybe for a very long time you've been avoiding to see certain things. It's like now you understand that it's the work that we put in. That is the work that we put in that ultimately results in what is the quality of our life. And when I say the work that we put in, I don't mean the work in a sense of just physical work. So work like literally, like a slave with 3 jobs, but I mean inner work, to to really see things, to really notice things. It's a very, Eight of Pentacles is this energy of understanding that certain things in life, there are no quick fixes. There is no urgency. We really have to sit down, put our energy to it, bring the energy of patience, bring the energy of dedication, of commitment, of consistency. There is a lot of masculine qualities, beautiful, healthy, divine masculine qualities around the energy of this card. So I am hearing as well that it may be this really, you know how I highlight to you that especially divine masculines on this journey, for a long time you are trapped in the mindset of victim of fate. You think that you don't have any influence, right, on your life, that things just are, that destiny is predetermined. And on this journey you really learn how much it isn't true, because we have to go inwards, we have to shift, we have to grow, we have to expand, we have to heal, to start to alchemize certain things in our life and become the master of your destiny, because we choose every day. And from the littlest, smallest choices, we connect to a specific timeline. And I feel you're finally understanding that you did have influence. You did have, I'm looking at the sword as sort of a cutting certain things. So maybe you've had to on your path really cut certain things away from you that were not serving, that were very karmic. But there's this newly found dedication within you, understanding that things just don't come on a silver platter. We have to put in work, we have to put in dedication. Very beautiful. Let's do two more. And then I feel like I kind of want to clarify a little bit more this justice. Let's see what comes to mind. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Harvest season. I want to do one more. Hold on, because there are things coming to my mind. Whoop, hold on. We have Nine of Swords, which is quite, it's a little bit of anxiety, a little bit, and that's on top of those lovers. Maybe there's a reason I was hearing that we want a love reading, because overall, I feel like your energy shifted in the last cycles, that you've changed. Maybe even a couple of months back, you would be in a complete energy. It's lighter, it's of higher vibration. There's dedication, there's understanding, there's acceptance, there's self-love, there's hard work. But there is something that it is your final sort of a row. So maybe it happened in the recent days. We're going to tap into that in a moment. But maybe something happened in that love department and in feelings that maybe caused a little bit of trigger. Maybe it disrupted your peace and disrupted the light energy. I don't think it's anything that we couldn't work through, because it's at the end of the spread and your energy is so beautiful. It's not ruling your energy, right? But maybe you still need a little bit, some guidance on how to handle that. You're in a very grounded energy. You're connected to, again, the grounded energy of hard work, of dedication, of consistency, but also moving through heart, through compassion, through connection to self, to connection to divine. I feel you are entering some sort of a harvest season. You've been working hard for this. But it's like you're understanding, you're now understanding. It's such a beautiful part of the journey when for so long we want and we push and we want, and then we realize that it's a cycle of life. We're going to be work on something, and then we're going to have the harvest season, and we're going to start all over again. There's always something to expand, something to explore, something to work on. So I'm kind of thinking, what should we do? Maybe I should pull a couple of these to sort of I'm seeing these to sort of clarify maybe what's going on in that situation. What's the Nine of Swords around love? Hold on. We have sunglasses, watching, stalking, looking. So maybe you've been observing your feminine. Maybe you've been looking into her social media. Maybe you saw something that caused a bit of a trigger within you. Grow and transform. Let me do a couple more because I'm hearing some certain things. Camera, reminiscing, perception, learning from the past, not enough, frustration, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, photography. I feel you may have seen something that triggered something within you that made you feel not enough, made you question your confidence, made you change your approach. There's jealousy here as well. There's fear, ego. So maybe you saw something that made you think that there's someone else, or maybe not necessarily someone else, but for something, jealousy was activated, like jealousy, possessiveness. I'm hearing as well. They're showing me Four of Pentacles, which is weird because you're in such a beautiful energy. But we spoke about this in my yesterday's reading. When we do shadow work, when we do inner work, we never fully release our shadows. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to love them, accept them. So when we are balanced, when we're such a beautiful energy as you are, they will test us with triggers, with emotions. The thing is, how are you going to react? How aware are you going to be? Maybe this is something that you weren't seeing. Maybe you got triggered with something and you're still thinking that it's hard that triggered you. And it's actually that something in between you and you when it comes to self-love. Jealousy in terms of you, if you're jealous over a person that's connected to you, it always comes from you and your lack of self-esteem. That you don't feel good enough. You feel like there's someone else that could interfere. I kind of want to do a few more. Separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, ensure a future, mirror. I think unknowingly probably she mirrored something to you that was still within you that you still weren't seeing. So the question is, how are you going to address that? How are you gonna process that emotion? And you're sitting in such a beautiful, don't allow this to go to waste. It's about how we react to what comes in, how aware we are that this is just, take a step back, really breathe, the beautiful energy you sit in, the uncanny connection that we always share. I think it's something very small and insignificant, and I think you'll figure it out, to be honest. Something that triggered your jealousy, something that triggered your possessiveness, your insecurities. It may be energetically, this is maybe why I was guided to do a love reading. Maybe energetically it separated you farther from your feminine. Many options, string along, one night stand. I feel she may have mirrored something within you that you haven't maybe completely processed for you. I don't know how to explain this. It's like she maybe posted or said something that embodied an energy that it made you trigger and feel jealous and feel possessive and maybe even separate energetically from her. But what you're not seeing is that it's a mirror of something that maybe you haven't processed for yourself or forgotten yourself. forgiven yourself. I want to do 2 more. Mirror. She mirrored something to you. She mirrored something to you. So the question are you seeing this? Or are you, this is something that is very, very necessary to ever have a mature relationship. How we feel about something that another person does says nothing about them and everything about us. So whatever she didn't make you feel the way you feel. There's still something within you that made you feel that way. She mirrored something to you. This is what we do subconsciously. She probably was guided to do something, say something, post something, and she has no idea what's going on. Well, maybe if she's connected to you deeply, she actually feels that something is off. But it's a bit of a test, right? These things happen and especially when we get closer and closer to union, these things happen. We trigger each other, right? So sometimes as feminines, we're guided to say something, to do something, right? To post something, and that triggers the masculine. Sometimes it happens when we're already in contact and speaking to each other, and sometimes it's still in separation where we don't need physical to learn, right? So she triggers something within you, and many times when we are closer to union, as feminists, we feel into it. So we feel that something is off. We feel that we triggered you. Sometimes we connect to your energy so deep that we hear your voice, we feel your emotions. It's the telepathy, right? So to us, it's a test. Are you going to care? Because us sitting in our divinity as a feminine is sitting so deeply in your self-love that when you trigger the man you love, you know that if he's triggered, it's a he problem. It is not a you problem. You are allowed to be who you are, to express yourself the way you want to be authentic, to be you, to be fierce. How he feels about that, it's his insecurities, it's his jealousy, it's his possessiveness, it's his control, it's his shadows. You're reflecting it to him, but it is none of your concern. And feminines, when we are wounded, we walk around you like on eggshells. So we do something and it triggers you. It's like, oh my God, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. It triggered him. It upset him. No, it's codependency. It's people pleasing. It's being a doormat. We are who we are. How are you triggered? It is a you problem. So if she energetically felt that, it may have been a test for her. Are you going to continue with your life and just, integrate this emotion in the background because it is none of your problem how he shows up? It is his masculinity. It is his readiness for whatever is about to come. So it may have been a test for her. Whereas for you, whatever she was guided and pushed to do and that triggered you was a test. How are you going to react? Are you going to change your ways? You've been sitting in such a beautiful energy. I feel you've been connecting to self. And on this journey, when we're connecting to self, when we're connecting to heart, automatically you're connecting to your feminine. Automatically we connect to our counterpart. So this experience, are you really going to look inwards? Are you going to realize what is it mirroring? Are you going to integrate that? Are you going to expand further? Or are you going to go again deeper into separation and into avoidance because you got triggered? Either way, it's all good, but it's a question. A masculine energy gives direction. So what direction are you going to go backwards to go back? Or you're going to overcome this? One more. The Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. There's a mask at the bottom of the deck. I feel there's been something that in all this beautiful energy, this is the whole purpose of our connection. This is what we do for each other. This is our soul contract. I feel you've been in such a beautiful energy, hopeful energy, loving energy, completing cycles. Maybe you even were considering to reach out, to reconnect. And there was something in the corner of the eye that you weren't seeing and that you were ignoring, that you haven't yet addressed. So the divine pushed your feminine to do something to trigger that within you, and you got triggered. And now you're sitting in a moment of trigger, and the question is, what are you going to do? There's something that's been still part of a mask, something that you haven't fully connected as a part of you, as a part of your psyche. And with that sort of row and rose, I'm kind of hopeful because it says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity. So it's like you're going to realize the truth. You're going to get clarity. You're going to come out the other way beautifully. We're going to give you some guidance and some message in a moment. We're going to help you through this, but I feel you will power through this. There's power, there's honor, there's force, very masculine energies. One more, one final more, and then let's tap into your energy. Heart with a key. Welcome, love. Meeting the one. Open your heart. Kisses. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to realize that it was a trigger. I feel there's something about, there's jealousy, there's possessiveness, something about your self-esteem. Maybe whatever she posted, she said, maybe there was this idea of, you know, another man existing, another man coming in, a jealousy. But I feel it's like in your head, maybe a betrayal wound was still activated within you, but you're going to open your heart. You're going to open your heart. You've been sitting on the level of your heart. Okay, let's tap into that energy to go deeper, to sort of help you through this, because you're doing so amazing, really so amazing. No one says that growth is comfortable. Growth is not easy. This journey is not easy. Self-discovery is not easy. Facing your darkness, it's not easy. But ultimately, what makes this journey possible, it's full accountability. People who cannot conquer this journey are people who constantly lay blame. Because she did this, because she said this, because they did. You grew enough. Don't give up. Don't allow. I feel like whatever that is, I feel it's small. I feel it's really insignificant. I feel like imagine you know what, it's a powerful exercise that I like. Whatever is it that she did, right? And you're like upset right now and you're like all triggered. Imagine you can close your eyes and visualize it in your mind's eye. Imagine that you are connecting to the elders of your lineage, your wisest ancestors. They are sitting in the middle of a forest at the edge of the river in a shamanic tent, right? And you're entering there, and there are the wisest, the most powerful beings of your lineage, right? And you come here to seek guidance. So you sit down, you know, you connect to them, they welcome you. We want to guide you, right? And now I dare you to tell them, what did she do and why did you get upset? Okay, because it's something so small and so silly and so petty that saying it out loud in front of your most powerful, most wise ancestors, they're going to look at you like, okay, this is what we're going to really be talking about, because you're better than this. You're better than this. You're bigger than this. And I'm not saying that it's significant, it's petty, because pain and triggers and it's vibration. It is what it is. If it's important to you, it means that it's important. But don't focus on what happened. Focus and ask them to help you to understand what deep wound within they still triggered. I feel it's going to be betrayal / worthiness. But let's see. Let's see. Where's your energy? Develop mindfulness, number 56. I feel like you're already sitting in this energy, right? So this is another level. Again, when we on this journey, we feel, okay, I'm mindful. So they're going to hit you, okay, I love myself. So they're going to hit you every time with deeper tests, with more difficult tests. This is how we grow and expand. So I feel you already are quite mindful of things that are happening around you. You would know about all these mechanisms of mirroring, but in a moment of distress, in the beginning, right, you're going to reach a moment, don't worry, you're going to reach a moment when you're going to be with your feminine, that when she triggers you, you're going to have enough peace, enough strength, you would have anchored yourself enough in your masculine energy that from the moment of the trigger, you're going to know This is not you, baby. This is not you, my love. It's me.